official tournament where he got his Grandmaster title. Where was this tournament, Tony?
This was held in Dubna, which is a small town about 80 miles north of Moscow.
How come you were playing in it?
Yes, well, I got this strange invitation which came by various back doors and eventually landed in my letterbox about a week before the tournament started.
Come quickly. Yeah?
Consequently had great trouble getting visas, but got them eventually.
Yeah. Didn't have any trouble in travelling or anything like that?
Well, I turned up with my luggage didn't, but it arrived about 3 days later, so it wasn't quite that bad.
Yeah.
I hear one of the other players was a little worse off. He didn't turn up at all.
Which one was that?
It was Boxer, I think.
The Hungarian.
Yes.
What about the tournament? Was it a strong one?
Yes, well, there are 8 Grandmasters, 5 International Masters. And the Grandmaster norm was 9 points out of 15.
That must have been a strong one. What about the prize money? Lots of rubles?
Prize money? I think the first prize was about 1,000 rubles.
Did you come up with any rubles?
Oh, I got a few rubles. My prize was about 550. Unfortunately, you can't get them out of the country, which is a slight problem.
You have to buy goods, I suppose, to
sorted Russian rubbish. Yeah.
Right. What about the other players in the tournament? Who was playing well in the tournament?
Well, the tournament was won by Seshkovsky, who is one of the guys that the Russians consider to be one of their promising players for the next few years.
Maybe
his way up.
He's about 30 though, isn't he?
Yes, he spent some time in the Soviet army, which took about 3 years out of his progress, so apparently he's considered to be quite promising. Also, Savon, who was Russian champion some time ago, Suetin, several other slightly lesser known Russian grandmasters.
Holmov.
Yes,
He's quite strong, isn't he?
And also Gipsless.
What about the tournament? How did it begin for you?
Well, in the first round I had white against Savon. The tournament hall was at this time rather cold. Temperature outside, well, -20 was a warm day. This unfortunately a little overpowered the heating system. I spent the first round wrapped up in numerous coats and still shivering.
Did you
the game itself? Well, I had a lot of pressure and came quite close. Well, never got that close to winning, but I had a lot of pressure all the way through. And finally disposed of my pressure in convincing fashion and only drew. Second round I played the Yugoslav player Knezovic. That was a relatively short draw. In the third round I again got a massive position against Holmov, the Russian Grandmaster. Again I repeated my earlier act and got rid of the advantage in quite convincing fashion and only drew. Then we came to the first game, which we had to look at, which was against the Russian player Avakin.
You beat him, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right, that's what we're looking at.